Here we are once again, Love Them Knives channel. We got the Massdrop Hara Kabuto. What do you got to say about this design? This is way out there, but Hara. I've seen several of his designs before. Koji Hara, I remember him doing a little piece with buck knives and others in the past. Okay, and so yes, very angular design, very radical looking. This is made supposedly by We Knives, or it looks to be. Made in China, Massdrop, obviously, SS052. So there you go, and there's Hara's logo right there on the blade. It's a button lock knife. That's maybe part of the charm of this knife, is that it's a button lock knife. Because, you know, there's a lot of frame locks in the world. Some people getting a little frame lock burn out, liner lock burn out, that kind of thing. So button lock, okay. So you got a spring in here, right? Okay. So you're letting it go, and you see this little milled out area, machined out area here, okay? And this little collar here keeps that piston piece from coming over, and boom. Now you can see this pin drop, by the fact that it's recessed now it's out. Okay, so you've disengaged, but this thing, that collar, will come over behind this blade here when that ridge ends and it gets into this area. Then it can kick all the way over and run interference with the blade. Same way in this area, as you can see where this higher collar area ends up near this choil, when it comes around this way, it kicks over and runs interference there. So that's how it does. It locks it closed and it locks it open. So it's not like you can just kick this open like this. You can't. You got to push the button to release it. Okay? Nice action though, right? Interesting knife, very radical, very different. Stonewash blade of CPM S35VN. Got some jimping up here. It's there. You can feel it. Okay. Got this little choil back here for your fingers, and then you run off to the tail here. I would say that the ergos on this knife, well, thank God the human hand is flexible in that way, but no, it's not an ergo king to me. No, I don't think the ergos are very good actually on this knife. And it's fat. It's fat here, thinner here, thinner here. So you get this thinner to fat to thinner. But you know, I'm not thinking that really is doing anything ergonomically with my hand. I'm not feeling that, okay? You know, one of the ergo kings, I'd say, on the market for a long time has been the paramilitary 2, or that kind of scale here, where you've got, you know, a palm swell here and kind of a little area where everything fits inside and snugs up, and a tall enough handle, but it doesn't have to be real thick. Oh, by the way, since we got it out here, let's do a little size comparison. So there we are. They look about the same length, don't they? And let's put the tape to it. How big is it? Cost me $99, $99.99, I believe. 3.5-inch blade, 8 1/4 overall, exact same length as the paramilitary 2. And if you want to look at that in metrics, about, 90 millimeter blade, about 21 centimeter overall. But let me show you about what I was talking about, the handle. Okay, let's get in here, up here in the front. Okay, just go right in here. 0.56, which is fairly fat. 0.45 is what the paramilitary is. So this is already way fatter than the paramilitary handle. 0.71. Okay, and I think when I was trying to get, well, it was tough to get back in here. See this little area. Let me see if I can get up here, because I kept thinking I was about a 0.74 even. 0.72 right there. Okay. 70. I think I could get maybe more if I took the pocket clip off and went back, but maybe not. Maybe not. Let me see if I can scare something up in here. Okay. There you go. 0.74 right there. I'm not touching the pocket clip, but I'm on that. So that is almost 19 millimeters thick. Okay, then you roll back in here, and let's see how far into this I can get. And 14 millimeters, 0.57. And as we're rounding it out, a 0.48 coming off the tail. So it's variable. I don't find that to be a great attribute, actually. I think consistency would be better. Now you got G10, milled, contoured, obviously, to some degree, scales on here. And I believe you could get this as well with carbon fiber. Here's the Massdrop deal. I'll give you the link to this so you can see the specs. They don't show, once the drop is over and everything is done, unless they're doing a second offering on it, they won't show you the price. I will give you the link. I click on this, give 10, get 10. So I can give you the link if you want to establish an account. Then you click on the link I'll give you for an account link, and you establish an account. If you buy a knife after making yourself a Massdrop account off of my referral, then it gives me $10 credit towards a knife in the future, which helps my budget. And you can do the same thing too. Once you have an account, click on that link, establish your own link, give it to your buddies. When they buy a knife, that gives you $10. So it's kind of a pass around, give 10, get 10. Okay, this is kind of the pause and read if you want. Do Hara custom knives upwards of $1,000, blah, blah, blah. Kabuto's Japanese for helmet, and made with a series of overlapping metal panels for protection, etc. Here's G10, Sure Grip, yeah, Buttonlock, yeah. Also available are rosewood and carbon fiber versions, and that kind of thing. And here is a picture with those carbon fiber and rosewood. So that may be black. That may be no, that's carbon fiber right there, and there's a rosewood. In any case, so there you go. I just got the blue. I didn't want. I mean, I wanted just a regular stone wash. It was $99, and I was a little funky about whether, how I was gonna like it. Another thing here, real quick, do Hara. You can pause and read this as well. Okay, so son of Koji Hara, like I was saying, grew up in Seiki City, or yes, Seiki City, that kind of thing. And now don't need to look at that. And there we go. Do Hara. Here's your deal. Manufactured by We Knives. Different handle materials you can get. Stonewash, satin, or PVD. Mine was stonewash, so yeah. And then here's your blade length, 3.5. Overall, 8.3 inches, etc., 3.8 ounces. Interesting knife. Check it out. I haven't taken it apart. One thing about the pocket clip is I think it does a little bit more dominating of the design on this backside than it needs to. And wow, this is like, Hollywood Hills, man. Stilts on the house overlooking the canyon. So let's check out the blade stock. Get my little micrometer here. Let's see if we can tuck in somewhere. There we go. Oh, about 4 millimeter. Well, that's not unusual for wee knives to have that on a lot of the Massdrop knives that they produce. 0.154 of an inch. Really nice mechanism, though. It's real easy to function with. I get a little spooked sometimes when you get a spring in there, because that's another thing that may have an issue. So I don't know. I had a knife that was a button lock once. I think I've had a couple of them where the spring went funky on me. So, or started really sticking badly. There's things you can do about that. But so I don't know if I'd really worry about that. Let's see if it'll cut something. Will the knife be a knife? Okay, yes it will be. It's sharp out of the box. Comes in a zipper pouch, which we don't have in here. Just a black zipper pouch. Weigh it up. Grams. 122 basically. And 4.3 ounces. So not overly heavy, although it's thick. It's got some steel here, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, I'm not feeling this one. I thought maybe I would. I like radical designs. I like new stuff like this. I think it's really cool. But you know what? Nah, I'm not feeling it. Trying to see if there's anything else on the box. 052. Fairly low serial number. But no, I'm kind of glad I didn't get the satin. Not sure. But satin would look good on the carbon fiber and probably on the rosewood. But interesting. Kind of, you got this thing sticking out here, but it's not so it can be a front flipper. Although, I guess if you release the button, you can bring it around that way. But basically, it's just so easy to open and close that way. It's cool, interesting, not overly heavy, not overly big, not overly small. Kind of medium, really, really fat in the pocket for what it is, and not seeing a particular reason that it needs to be. This is the one that I'm not feeling. I usually jump in on the Massdrop stuff when they do these collaboratives for like them, do Hara, or the Ferrum Forge has been doing Massdrop knives, 4 or 5 or 6 different drops from Ferrum Forge, and then others like Terzuola or Laconico, people like that. So really interesting knives. Some really, really, really good. But this one, I'm not feeling it. No, this was kind of a dud. But I felt it was important to get it, to just show it and talk about it. This, I don't know how I go forward on. It'd be kind of difficult. This round area here, protrudence, kind of pushes your finger away from being able to nestle in here. So, nah, I'm not feeling that. Reverse grip, not particularly, and this goes out to an edge that doesn't make it terribly convenient as well. So, no, I mean, it's usable, it's okay, and it depends on how excited you are about the design. If you're that excited about it, you'll probably overlook a lot of things because it's probably not going to be your everyday carry user comfort knife, and just an extra oddity or, something new and radical. Okay, I get you for that. But nah, I'm not feeling it. Nah, not at all. All right, I'm gonna let you go. But hey, you never know what's gonna come next. And Tashi Baruka's got some going out, and then of course the Mordax from Ferrum Forge, and the being produced in the USA by Protex, so that's going to be exciting as well. We'll see you down the road on the Massdrop stuff. It's exciting, it's different, and it's fun to check out. And you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.